Faith can be a roller coaster. When we're on top of the world, we feel like nothing could bring us down. But when we hit difficult times, faith can seem impossible. In these moments, it's easy to forget God or feel like He's far away. But that doesn't mean you need to give up on Him or your faith. Just that it's time for some new strategies for staying connected to Him and keeping your faith strong. Make time to be alone with God. The best way to start connecting with God is to make time to be alone with Him and be still. This can be as simple as sitting in a quiet room with a Bible in your hand and just talking out loud to God. It sounds simple, but a lot of people struggle to find time to be alone with God. If this is you, try to make it a priority to carve out an hour or two each week where you just sit with God and talk to Him. You might not see results right away, but often just making time to be alone with God and learn to listen to His voice is the first step in strengthening your faith. Read the Bible and learn about your faith. Another great way to reconnect with God is to read the Bible and learn more about your faith. Reading the Bible doesn't have to be a chore. There are tons of ways to make reading the Bible a more enjoyable experience. Many people like to read the Bible with a friend or in a group. If you don't want to read it out loud, you can also just read it silently and then talk about what you read with a friend. Another great way to read the Bible is by listening to audio Bibles. You can either listen to it on your phone while you're driving or doing other things, or you can plug in a set of headphones and listen while you're in bed. Talk to people who make you feel safe and loved. Sometimes all you need to reconnect with God is to talk to someone who makes you feel safe and loved. If you feel like God is far away right now, talk to a friend, family member, or mentor who loves you and cares about you. You don't have to explain why you feel disconnected from God, just allow them to love you and help you feel safe and loved. Sometimes just feeling loved can help bring you back to God and remind you of His love for you, even when you feel lost. Find a healthy activity that gives you hope. When you're feeling lost and disconnected from God, it's easy to get in a rut and fall into a pattern of negative thinking. But there are lots of things you can do to break out of this pattern and start thinking more positively again. One of the best things you can do is find a healthy activity that gives you hope. This can be anything from volunteering at a local soup kitchen to spending time with pets at a shelter to learning a new language or skill. Don't forget to be kind to yourself. Another important thing to remember when you're feeling lost and disconnected from God is to be kind to yourself. It's easy to beat yourself up when you're going through a hard time and feel like you're falling away from God. Beating yourself up only makes things worse. It doesn't bring you any closer to God. Instead, try to be gentle and kind to yourself when you're going through a hard time. Remember that dark moments don't last forever. Finally, remember that dark moments don't last forever. Even when you feel like they might. No matter how lost and disconnected from God you feel, know that it will get better. No matter how long it takes, know that you will get through this difficult time in your life and that God will always be there for you, even in your darkest moments. Dark moments are inevitable, but they don't last forever. God will always be there for you. You just have to let Him know that you need Him.